strangers.
We haven't seen that guy forever. I miss them.
That guy. This guy.
I missed that one right there.
Hey.
That one right there?
I know.
Hey, how's it going?
Guys. Welcome to tonight's episode of Low Expectations. Episode 31, Tom?
32.
32.
32.
32.
So they say. Yep.
Tonight's episode, don't open it. It's a trap.
It's a trap. A Von Trapp. We've been planning this for half the summer,
all
man.
Summer long. I know. We've had our ups and downs in summer. That's Tom. I'm B. This is Low Expectations. You're in for a good night of great beer and mediocre commentary.
Yes, yeah, mediocre at best. And if you're gonna go there, yeah.
You put the meat in mediocre, Tom.
Yes, I do. Double meat.
How's everybody doing tonight? We missed you guys. We've lost our regular jam. We Tom disappeared at the lake all summer. I've been sporadic at best.
Yeah, well now you've got the sports, the fall sports thing happening, so you got that going on.
Yeah, I'm locked in a little bit, but we are making a commitment to get back on track, give you guys your weekly dose of disappointment, right?
Yep.
And we've got a plethora of fantastic beers we want to drink, ideas for what we drink. We've got a new game tonight. We've got things that you need to do. Oh my God, we got so much
a ton of
about.
on-sites planned. A ton of field trips.
Yeah.
We have so much going. So, to get it started, tonight are 4 beers that are going to come out so crispy and delicious. All of them are from the variety pack from Von Trapp. So, Von Trapp, B has really been researching this. Nate is already an expert on Von Trapp. I got to tell you, Nate, how long ago did you bring those Von Trapps back to us and do that tasting?
That was probably about, I don't know, 6-7 years ago at this point. Yeah.
He came back from this vacation in Rome. He's like, "You're not going to believe these lagers." And they were delicious.
I can't believe that back tattoo he got. He really liked that place. He's got Julie Andrews' face right on his back.
It's huge. Huge. It's bigger than her face is usually.
Yeah, I know. It's like a close-up.
Larger than life.
Larger than life.
So before we get into any nonsense, we're going to open up the first beer. The order of the beers, of the 4 from the variety pack, was picked by Nate tonight because he's the lager man.
Yeah, curated.
So we will be starting with a non-lager.
Your name's out of a hat.
Yeah. Out of the variety pack, there was 3 lagers and 1 ale. Now, people might not realize this, but Kolsch, I'll put it on the cam here. Kolsch.
The Kolsch cam.
It's not the Kolsch cam, it's the poor cam. Kolsch is, and I don't have a feed tonight, so are we focused there? Are we pretty good?
We are good.
Oh,
yeah.
I got some, that's better, now I see it. That is actually an ale, but I won't tell you anymore. I'm going to stop there. It's not really lager.
Okay, so I'll be quiet while you open it, because I know you like to do that. Sounds perfect. I have a little guilty pleasure with this particular style of beer.
They're tiny cans. They're tiny cans.
But we appreciate any size can, right, Tom? So my guilty pleasure with this particular style of beer is because I moonlight in the industry. And I
Oh my gosh, I forgot to pour cam. That's totally me. I was so excited to pour this thing. Will you just take a quick shot to it there so we can...
He's out of practice.
Oh, man. It's beautifully colored. That is what you would expect from a Kolsch. When I see that, I think of almost like a light neon green color in there. Like you get it's very clear and crispy, but there's a slight
tinge
to it. Yeah.
There's a tinge.
And it's not a golden tinge. It leans, I think, more towards the green.
It's not a taint, it's a tinge.
It doesn't taste green like hop or anything. It's a Kolsch. So here we go.
So,
cheers to a low expectation glass. Oh, look, you've got one too.
I do.
How about that? You should buy one.
Do you want to tell them your story about how you were... So, we all encountered some weather last week, and there was a lot going on. And Low Expectation Studios survived due to this man's hard work. However, there was a lot of effort involved and a lot of moving things and cleaning things and drying things out. And in the process of that, he uncovered a box of glasses that we missed somehow.
Yeah, we have a case of glasses.
So we have another case of glasses, and it's perfect for this time of year because the last week has truly been the dumpster fire that we've been warning about.
It's just gonna get worse, I think.
So just DM us if you want a glass. We found another case.
We have a ton of them. I know there's at least one person waiting. I just haven't seen them to give them a glass. One side is welcome to show. The other side is low expectations, and at the bottom there's a special little treat for you.
It's kind of like the prize at the bottom of a Cracker Jack box.
Sure.
So anyway, my dirty little secret with this particular style of beer is working behind the bar and listening to people try and pronounce that when they order it. It makes me laugh.
How do they pronounce it wrong?
Well, you've got a lot of options. Can I have a Kolsica?
Oh.
Can I have a Kolsch?
A Kolsechi?
Can I have a... Because the little... What do you call that thing?
Is that an umlaut?
A umpla?
I don't know. It's a umlaut, something like that.
A Kolsch? What's a Kolsch?
It's a delicious beer.
It's fun. Oh, it's very delicious. I got to focus on this a little bit.
This one is really good. Now, you can definitely taste with this Von Trapp that it's an ale. It is not as crisp as their lagers. You can taste that smoothness in that.
I'm rocking it back and forth, getting a little bit of head back. Head dissipated pretty quickly. It is that clear, straw golden color, but I totally 1000% get the tinge that you referred to. And as I'm going in,
and it's in Kolsch. I mean, you tend to get that in most Kolsches. However it's brewed. Can't really get into how it's brewed.
it's got that
'Cause that's part of the game, I think. I forget.
well,
what
should
it
I
is.
not talk about nose notes or tasting notes or anything like that?
Oh
Is
no,
that-
you
is
can
that
go
all
ahead.
part of the game?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
If they're paying attention, then they get some notes.
Okay. It's got that little bit of sweetness in the nose.
Yep. Definitely a sweetness to it. But not like you added adjuncts to it.
No,
or
no,
anything
no,
like
no,
that.
no,
Just
no,
a
no,
touch of sweetness in there. Not overly malty whatsoever.
No.
I think
Very light. Very
I was
refreshing.
2 years ago, I would tell you that Kolsch was the style of beer that I hated most. I am not lying. 2 years ago, I would have told you that.
What do you hate about that?
I have just all of a sudden when I tried one, I'm like, wow, that Kolsch is amazing. The Kolsch that I had was called Swedes in Heat. It was other half.
Yeah.
It was a Kolsch and it was covered in Swedish fish. I was like, Swedish fish beer, amazing. Didn't taste like Swedish fish. It was a Kolsch. And it blew me away because it was this delicious lager type beer, but it was not as crispy and bitey as a lager can be. It had the smoothness to it, and that's what drew me into it. And then from that moment forward,
I just thought you hated, pop tops with green bottles,
I thought he hated umlauts.
because that was my first introduction to a Kolsch style. Was that brand, which I can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh,
I think isn't it just called Kolsch?
Kolsch, I
I
think.
think I,
I
know
think
what
it's
you're
just called
talking about.
Kolsch.
Kolsch.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
little white, with the rubber seal, the little
Yep,
that thing
yep,
that you
little
pop
rocker
off.
top, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Something turned me off years ago. One that I had, and I couldn't even place what it was. But that other half.
You're not
Kolsch
thinking of
turned me around.
Grolsch, are you?
Grolsch, that's it. Grolsch is a Kolsch, right?
Kolsch is a Kolsch.
Okay.
I believe.
Wasn't that a song from Greece?
Maybe. It could've been.
So
that's
here's
what
where
it is.
this beer takes me. Can I go on a little mental vacation for a second?
Go to town.
I can totally see myself sitting at the lodge on a trestle table hewn from raw lumber. Maybe the bark is still on the log, overlooking a
By a bunch
meadow,
of singing children.
just sipping, and this being served in maybe some type of metal pail, a small metal pail.
Okay. So on the screen we have an outdoor look at Von Trapp in the lodge there. So just to help with your imagery.
Oh my God! I was doing the research in that place, and the more I looked at it, the more I was like, I must get to this place. I was to the point where I was looking at. They have like villas and guest rooms, and I was looking at booking dates and how much it was, and you wouldn't believe how booked that place is. It's crazy.
Yes, pay attention, Matt. Please. Would it be low expectations if we actually paid attention?
No.
And yes, this is New England Banky. It's all Von Trapp tonight.
All Von Trapp.
It's Trapp.
It's a Von Trapp.
I forgot to say that the Kolsch here that we're drinking is a 5%, which is it's nothing to sneeze at. That's a quality level there, and it is rated the highest out of all of the beers that we will have tonight.
3. I haven't looked.
Okay.
3.72.
Real close, bud. 3.62.
Oh.
That was really close. Yeah, 3.62. Now, again, you know our feelings about UnTappd. UnTappd is not for your everyday lager drinkers.
No.
People aren't going to, even in craft lagers, people are they're vicious with them. Oh, there's no vanilla in it. This would be way better if it had some Oreos and pumpkin. I love pumpkin.
Wait
I love pumpkin.
Hold your horses there.
Pumpkin. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying sometimes
The fruit and pastry boys
The beer
aren't
flavor-
on board
right, yeah.
with this particular style of beer.
ew, this tastes like beer. This is like what my grandpa drank. Pass me another double fruity, super thick milkshake.
Sorry, I was busy throating the rest of that Kolsch. Nate, did the noise that I just made come across on that?
Oh yeah, I did.
I sounded like a vacuum
Do me a
cleaner.
favor, next time you throat something, just turn the volume down a little, please.
I got excited.
Just
I'm
give us a
sorry.
warning.
I haven't had a Kolsch in forever. That was
delicious.
fantastic. Yay, Von Trapp. Yay. I feel like I should sing a lot of tonight's episode.
Go right.
No,
go right.
I'm not going to.
So I give you props for that one. The choosing the Kolsch first was a delicious way to start. I hope it just gets better from
Yay, Nate. Yay, Nate.
So start with that little bit smoothness, then we're gonna get into some real crispy.
Well, I know I'll be happy with the rest of the night. So
So what did you like the Kolsch too?
yeah,
That's
absolutely.
a little out of your comfort zone,
Yeah,
Nate.
I'm not going to be able to add much to this episode because I'm going to be like, it's good, it's great, it's good, it's great. So, yeah.
But that's okay. We actually I was like, Nate, you got to put a mic on for this one at least, so you can add in your thoughts.
I mean,
'cause
he
he's
went
in
to the
heaven
trouble
here.
of curating this episode
Yeah.
for us. So, we got to get the Nate reactions if we can get them away from the vending machine.
One of the pumpkin beers that I have collected already so far.
You can't wait to talk about pumpkin beers, can you?
Well, one of them's a pumpkin lager. Oh, it's so good.
Wait, did I hear that right? A pumpkin lager.
Pumpkin lager.
That's something that exists.
I didn't even know that existed. I've never had a pumpkin lager.
This was my first, and it blew me away.
Pumpkin wheats, pumpkin porters, pumpkin
And
ales.
Banky wants to watch you drink out of a busket.
Do you have a busket?
No.
Banky, head on over to my OnlyFans page.
I gave up busking years ago. Busking in Pennsburg Square just didn't pay. There is still a
A new
little bit
pair
of
of
Kolsch
shoes,
left.
sis.
Nate, did you get enough Kolsch? There's still a little bit in there. You're good? Okay. So we'll just put this Kolsch aside here because I think it's time for number 2 tonight.
Okay, why don't you
Oh, you go right ahead. So number 2 tonight, I got to go digging. It's going to be the Vienna Austrian style lager.
Perfect for tonight's episode. I was doing, while you're digging around in there, as I was researching this episode and looking at the cool Von Trapp John that's up there, the entire Von Trapp chalet compound, is funny that the Von Trapp family, is not down with the Sound of Music movie. They are saying it is historically inaccurate and they don't like it. They actually sold the rights to their family story to some German filmmakers. And the German filmmakers, I forget who the famous songwriting duo was back at that time. It's like Rodgers and Hammerstein or somebody like that, who produced The Sound of Music. They kind of did their own artistic spin on the story.
Wow.
So they're not down with the whole story of the movie.
Now, it's funny you say that because I was just about to mention the top of every single can says by the family that inspired The Sound of Music. It's right there on every can. And the one thing that I really love, and I wish we had thought to put this as the title. Like, I love It's a Trap, but this is such a great slogan. Did you read the slogan on these cans?
Nope.
a little of Austria, a lot of Vermont. That is perfect.
Isn't that how you used to pick up chicks in high school?
Yeah. A little of this, a lot of that. A lot of meat. Ochre, a little ochre, a lot of meat.
A little buskin.
A lot of meat, a little ochre. Meaty ochre. Wow. So this one is the red can Vienna Austrian style lager, not Australian, Austrian. It comes in at a 5.2%.
And do your special opening, and don't forget the pour can this time.
I won't forget the pour can this time. Okay, thank you for the reminder. Sure. Here we go. We're going to open one of these cans. I predict that this is going to be a slightly louder, hissier, because there's more carbonation in these guys. How about that? There we go.
Were you massaging the cans earlier, Tom?
Just for fun, let me try and do a slow open on this next can here. So here we go. We're going to try it again, see what we get here. That sounded nice too. I'm not sure. I don't have the headphones on like Nate does, but I think number 2 sounded better than number 1.
Well, they both sounded more carbonated than the Kolsch as well.
Yes. Yeah.
And let's see how this bad boy pours. Can you give me a little bit more of an aggressive pour on this one?
Sure. You want me to do the
I want you to
fancy
just be a
high
little bit
pour?
more aggressive. Let's
Okay,
see
here we go. This is the Vienna lager. I'm gonna bring it in here, and we're gonna go for a nice aggressive pour. I'm gonna leave this guy standing straight up and down. That'll give us a nice hard pour. Here we go. Is that what you're looking for?
That's
there?
exactly what I was looking for.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that cascade effect.
That is pretty beautiful.
It's
isn't it?
beautiful, isn't it?
Wow, that's nice. That is really nice.
And fun fact: when you do that hard aggressive pour,
Yeah.
and you release all that carbonation, you're not drinking all that carbonation, so you feel less bloated.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. A good hard pour
Yep.
is definitely a way to keep yourself drinking more all night long. All right, I'm going to pass this over to Nate so he can get himself some Vienna. Now, Nate does it a whole different way. Nate prefers to drink straight out the can.
I get my Leatherman,
You know,
I put it on its side, I pop it and chop it.
he doesn't want to waste one bit of that carbonation.
Well, it comes right out of the vending machine into his hand. Show the kids at home that color on this too. Why don't you talk about how it's different than that Kolsch we just
Yeah,
had?
so I think you can see that with the way, as long as I keep my hand out of the light there, see that? You can see that you definitely have a much deeper, richer gold color to this. Beautiful head. The head is just like creamy white.
Pillowy.
Amazing. It looks fantastic. And it's hanging around quite a while. That's really nice. But look at that, beautiful orangey gold color. That is going to taste delicious. Here we go. Are you ready for this one? Oh, you're going to have to give your rating then. I put the ratings in front of you. I'm sorry. Should I fold those over?
I haven't
so
seen them.
see
I haven't looked at them yet.
Okay.
So please do.
I'll hide them so you
Okay.
can't see them.
Now, I'm sticking my nose in there, and I'm not getting a lot on the nose. I'm getting like a tiny little bit of like...
So you know what I get?
A little bit of like, almost like...
I get foam on my nose. No, well, I'm going to be honest
It's
with
okay, I laugh.
if you're a home brewer, when your beer is fermenting, the gooey stuff that comes up on the top of the fermenting beer when you're doing an ale is called krausen. And I got right in there and I really smelled that head, and I smelled a lot of krausen going on there. And if you're a home brewer, that is a beautiful smell. It means you've got fermentation happening and things are going well.
It's kind of
And
like
that
a
was
bready,
really-
yeasty kind of
Yes,
thing.
yeah. With a tiny little bit of funk in there.
Lay down that funk. I don't want to tell you what I taste. I want you to take a taste. And immediately my brain started processing the difference between this and that Kolsch we just had, because there is a remarkable difference between the two beers.
Huge difference. There is an abrupt end to the flavor and the mouthfeel of this beer. That is the classic lager feel, where that ale smoothed things out. there was no cliff. It was just that it lingered.
And I felt like the Kolsch was kind of light and fizzy, whereas this, not heavy, but it's got a body to it.
I get a lot of malt body.
Yes,
and
yes.
and it's not a toasty per se malt body. It is a classic heavy malt body.
It's a grain. It's a grain taste to it.
Yeah, like you said, bread. Yeah, that's yep.
And it's very well done. It's a maltiness that I really enjoy. There's quite a few, like an Oktoberfest can be super malty. Some of those beers can be a little heavy in the malt, just because they do it to be over the top.
Yeah,
this is really well
They
done.
roast it. They roast the hell out of it. Like
This is really
like we're loving tonight, but tonight pretty much in my mind, we've stuck the flag in the sand and said summer's kind of over. Summer beers are kind of over, and it's time to switch gears. Like mentally, I know where you are mentally. I am not in your phase yet. I'm in the transition phase from summer beers into fall beers, which in my mind, because I love Marzens and Oktoberfest, that's where I'm at right now, which is kind of like a bridge because Marzens and Oktoberfests have some of the qualities of these particular beers,
absolutely, yeah.
but haven't jumped into the cold weather beer pool yet.
I feel like you go from these, when you go to those Marzens and the Oktoberfests, it's almost like you're preparing for a hibernation, where you're going from something lighter to the same ingredients, but a heavier, more robust beer. And then you're getting into like that heavier stuff that you tend to drink in the wintertime.
And in my brain is kind of like visual, so it's like I have like mental pictures in my head of the Marzens and the Oktoberfest are me being outside, starting to wear layers around fire pits, drinking those beers. Yeah. And then when it comes to deep winter, because I'm a baby, I'm not outside. I'm inside by a fire, sucking on some of them stouts.
Nonsense. A stout waist deep in snow is the best way to drink a stout. Just snow in your boots. You can't feel the glass.
Listen, you folks, remember he said that so that when I make the cover of that episode and Tom is waist deep, shirtless in the snow, drinking a stout, and he complains about me on the page because he hates the picture, remember tonight.
I didn't say shirtless.
I think I Nate.
See? No, that's the problem. That's you.
I heard shirtless.
You always add something. Like, oh no, that sounds like a great picture. Okay. And then something gets in there. A Belgian. Becky says, I said foam on my nose. Is it foam on the nose? Is that a Belgian dip?
Oh, let me check Urban Dictionary.
Not a French dip. Well, I think we need to add that to the Urban Dictionary. A Belgian dip.
I wish I knew more about, I gotta be honest here, I wish I knew more about the various types of lagers. You've got the Helles lager, you've got the Vienna lager. Are we gonna be learning about that later? Am I spoiling something right now?
Well, the questions for tonight, the play along trivia for everyone, there's questions about each one of those.
Each specific style?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I wrote those questions and I thought that you were kind of an expert on the different styles.
I am not a lager expert.
I'm just an aficionado.
I'm new to the lager game.
Them.
I told you that.
Okay.
Last year, the summer of sweat was when I shifted and started to embrace the lager side.
So tonight's play along trivia is it's I think 6 questions that are just very, very broad lager questions. Mm-hmm. And I think from what you're talking about as you taste these and describe them, I think you're giving good notes on what the questions will be and the answers.
I'm looking forward to learning more about lagers.
Yeah. I'm excited. I thought you would just nail these and be not challenged at all.
No, I don't know a lot about lagers.
Very cool. That'll be fun then.
Other than they seem to be kind of regional. Like there's a Munich lager, there's a Helles lager, there's a Vienna lager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely.
There's
the Australian lager if you don't know how to read.
There's a Pottsville lager.
Yeah. The pre-show beer tonight before you got here, I had a lager from last year, Imprints Frisch. Do you remember that one?
I do remember that one.
It was crispy and delicious.
Do you-
Nathan had a Narragansett.
Do you know what? Shh. What? That's so unlike him. And in the tanks right now. You know what's in the tanks about ready to drop? Fest, which is one of my all-time
nice.
favorite beers.
So between the two beers, we did not rinse out. We usually rinse between everything. I feel like we're not tainting it if we're not rinsing with the different lagers. Do you think we're doing the wrong thing here, folks? Do you think we should be rinsing and going pure, nice clean here, or is a little bit of head left in there, no big deal, and it's not going to change the flavor of
It's
the
a good
lager?
question. I mean, I think I should have probably rinsed from the Kolsch to the lager because it's a bit of a different style. You got
We
an
pretty
ale,
much
you got
drank
lager.
every drop out of it.
I know. Yeah, I made that noise. I'm sorry.
I mean, it doesn't. They don't really. There's not much residual.
No,
left.
there's not.
So
No.
you think we're okay?
I think we're okay.
Okay. If not, we have the water over there. It's not fine Deer Park water.
I know.
The sponsorship ran out.
Yeah, Deer Park. Where you bet? So look, we got Matty K, we got Dave, we got Banky in the house. How do you guys feel about lagers? Throw something in the chat. Do you drink lagers? Are you anti-lager? Because for the longest time, I'm not gonna lie, my nose was up in the air. I was anti-lager. I had no time for lagers, and then last year, I spent all summer working outside, and it got so hot. I didn't even want IPAs. I just want lagers all the time.
I will be honest with you. I am at the point right now
Yes.
in this cycle of beer that I go through where I don't even want to think about drinking a triple or double IPA. I just am not in that mood. I'm out of there. I'm with these guys. I drank a boatload of stouts this weekend. I cleaned out my stout fridge. It was great. Really fun time.
Were you at the lake?
Yeah. With
Oh, I heard some stories.
with a
about-
few-
I heard some stories about you at the lake.
Oh yeah, with a few other people that love stouts. So they pulled out stouts, I pulled out stouts, and it was just a lot of stout.
I can't do that. I cannot bang stout after stout after stout. It hurts me.
Yeah, it was an interesting weekend.
I was the complete opposite of you. I went to.
We have a new commenter who I don't think I know. Ooh. BS.
Oh, it's Brett. I bet it's my buddy Brett.
Oh, sweet.
You know Brett. He's been at a bunch of our events.
Oh, okay, so that would be his last name. Oh, yeah,
Yep.
with some letters missing. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, okay.
Loves lagers.
He's anti-rinse. Okay.
Oh, so Matty K. Lasers happens to be privy to the new Game Face lager that's being released tomorrow at Imprint. He says it's capital letters, fantastic. I'll have to get a 4-pack for Nathan. He'll be the judge. I'm going tomorrow because they're releasing 2 pumpkin beers. Pumpkin beers.
I cannot. I thought I loved pumpkin beers till I started hanging out with this guy, and my love for pumpkin beers is a mere affectation compared to this guy.
Now, I am not anywhere. I'm not ready for pumpkin beer drinking. Not yet. It's not time. It's summer. I am in collecting mode. The good ones are coming out. You got to get them before they're gone.
So if I had
Collect
strolled
them
in
and
here
put 'em
tonight
aside.
with a pumpkin beer and said, "Let's crack this and try it," you'd be like,
I would be iffy. I would say, can we wait a couple weeks? Or is it something that has to be had now?
"Interesting."
If it has to be had now, if it's best now, fine, I'll have it. Great. I've been trying to clean out the beer fridge at the lake so I could defrost it. The freezer part got all frozen.
Mm-hmm.
So I was down to very, very, very low supply. And the 2 pumpkin beers that I picked up 6-packs of this weekend, I did try one of each. And they were both delicious, but it wasn't that same feeling. It just wasn't time yet. Even though it was nice and cool there, it was too cool to swim or anything like that. It was just still, it's just not time yet.
Were they old pumpkin beers or are they new pumpkin
Brand new.
beers? Brand
Just picked them up.
spanking new.
2 that I've never had before, and they were both incredible.
Yeah.
I hope it's better than the Crowler version last year. I still have one of those Crowlers back there.
Can we?
Urgh.
Can we?
We could do a vertical
Can
of
we-
pumpkin beers.
Can we do some kind of tasting? Can we all get together and? All right, ready? Here's your job. You people need to accumulate pumpkin beers. You need to find pumpkin beers. You need to get those pumpkin beers in our hands, and we will do something.
I know exactly where we can do it. Oh my gosh. We have a good friend, a very good friend. He runs an amazing restaurant in Telford called the Smoke Factory. And they have incredible barbecue, just amazing food and desserts. And we could take over the entire third floor. The whole third floor is for use by, they do like a book club sometimes. They do all kinds of amazing, like cool stuff up there. If you don't know the Smoke Factory in Telford, follow them on Facebook. There's all kinds of great updates all the time. The food's incredible.
Beers and barbecue.
Pumpkin and barbecue get together. We would have a whole floor of a building. You just order all your barbecue, head up to the third floor. What do you think?
And they'll let us bring the beer in?
Yes.
It is official. Sometime in October, we're going to pick a weekend. We're going to make a Saturday night, and we are going to the smokehouse.
Saturday night? Smoke Factory.
Smoke Factory. Why not a Saturday night?
I'm just asking. Saturday night's kind of busy. We could do a Friday. We could do a Thursday. We're going to figure this out, folks. We're making it up as we go.
We're going to do an event in October that's going to be all pumpkin, shove our face full of barbecue, and roll out of there all sweaty and greasy.
His wife makes the desserts there, and they're always mind-blowing. I bet you we could convince her to do some pumpkin desserts.
Yes!
I know she's made pumpkin whoopie pies before. Which takes us to Travis. Are you watching?
Travis.
Anybody out near Hershey? So we've got Chris, Travis. Anybody who's watching near the Hershey area? Rotunda is dropping a pumpkin whoopie pie beer. I think this weekend. We need it. We need it bad. Please, we'll pay. Just get it to us. Grab some for us. We'll come out there. We'll grab it. We gotta try that pumpkin whoopie pie beer from Rotunda.
If we're doing shout-outs,
I think it's a milkshake.
Every year, Breaker Brewing does a number of amazing pumpkin beers. So if you are anywhere near Breaker Brewing, which is that Lancaster, Scranton, that area, or somewhere around there? Breaker Brewing.
Yeah, out that area. I think it's up north more.
They do some amazing pumpkin beers. Jack used to be our go-to Breaker Brewing guy, but he doesn't head that way
Not so
much anymore. No,
yeah.
but anyway, so yeah. Go ahead.
Did you see what Joe said about Flounder Brewing in New Jersey?
No, I didn't even know.
So Flounder Brewing in New Jersey is going to use real Jersey fresh pumpkin in their brewing, and they'll be ready in October. So Joe, that's your job. Get the Flounder and bring us a pounder.
Sounds like a rounder.
A Flounder pounder?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Down. All right, we got something up next. I'm excited. We just created an event.
That's a great idea. We should write it down so we don't forget about it, because that's our problem. We talk about stuff, we forget we said it.
We're doing it.
We're
doing it.
That's right. Pumpkin
and barbecue. That's spelled BBQ.
Bobaku Smoke Factory. Okay, we got it. All
Stoked.
Right. The next thing we're going to go for is the Von Trapp Bohemian style lager. This is their Pilsner.
I'm just a poor boy.
No, ma. Okay, the Bohemian style lager. I'm trying to figure out how to get Pilsner in there. I'm just a Pilsner. We can make up a whole song. I'm sure it's going to sound delicious when it opens.
Oh, I'll be quiet.
Okay. A smooth, crisp Pilsner. Sounded much like the other one. Sounds nice. Looks good. Got a little mist coming off the top there. Let's get to that pour.
What do we think,
folks?
Aggressive pour or mediocre pour?
I think the aggressive pour was super fun. I'm going to do a slight turn and an aggressive pour.
You're angling?
So here we go. Slight turn with aggression. Oh, nice. Oh. Clear as can be. First thoughts.
She's a beaut girl.
Very similar color and opacity to... Here you go. Add that to Nathan there. Very similar color and opacity to the Kolsch. However, does not have that slight green tinge to it that I see. But I will tell you that in this head is a much finer bubble head. If you look at that head, those bubbles are super tiny and very fine. So we've got a difference in carbonation here. Definitely a difference in carbonation. Or head retention, if you want to call
This
it. All right.
this screams golden straw colored.
Yeah.
It's the brightest of the three, I think, so far.
I am impressed with the slight haze that every one of these beers has.
I can't tell. Go ahead.
It has a nice unfiltered haze.
So, do you know what chill haze is? Are you familiar with that term?
No. Please educate.
Well, as a beer is colder, it contains something called chill haze. So I'm just trying to figure out, because in my head, these shouldn't be hazy.
Yeah, this is definitely a slightly hazy beer.
Ah.
But you get a slight haze. I mean, if you're looking, the craft beers that I started on were imported from Germany. They were, like you were drinking, well, if you're talking beer, you're talking like a Westie. You do like a Westie 12. Those beers are unfiltered, and they have a haze because they're unfiltered. Not because that's the way they were brewed for that haze. That's a different kind of haze.
Wow.
This is just, I believe my guess is these are unfiltered beers. That is a really beautiful color. And it's just slightly hazy, like it's an unfiltered beer.
So, I listen to a bunch of different beer podcasts, and I listen to people describe beers in excruciating detail. And a lot of times I hear them describe flavor of beer as crackery, cracker-like. I get cracker from this. I finally get that cracker.
The very first thing I get when I smell it, I get a slight hop bite. There is a slight bitiness to this. I'm not talking like Citra hops, Mosaic hops, like European traditional hops.
This is not juicy at all.
No, I'm not talking about that kind of hop. Like a traditional, like a Tetnang or something like that. Like an actual, like an old school.
Pearl and Saz.
Okay, Pearl and Saz. So those are more traditional European hops, I do believe.
5.4% ABV. 42 IBUs.
Okay, so it's
not-
a little bit, but not much. Yeah. We forgot to talk about the Vienna lager. What
The
rating
UnTappd?
would you have given that? Yeah.
353. No, that's not what I would give it. That's UnTappd's rating.
3.526. So if we're rounding up, you just nailed it.
What do I win, Carl? What do I win?
You win
I win a
Pilsner.
Wow. I'm amazing.
So what would you give this Pils?
I think pills get rated slightly higher. That was a 353. I'm going to say this is a 3.6.
Darn it. It's 3.53.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Same one.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly a 3.53. Is it me, or is there a very slight back sides of your tongue, almost a touch of like tart or fruitiness? Like a little bit back there.
In my brain.
Am I off?
No, there's a little bit. There's some kind of like. I keep describing it as a sweetness, and I'm not sure if I'm describing it the right way. But I also get, and it's not heat related, it's taste related, like a little bit of black pepper. Not heat related, how it tastes.
I would say that could be coming from the east.
Okay. But once again, amazing. Like when people say, like, so we have the Vienna, we have the Pilsner, we have the Kolsch. They're all very light bodied. Ales, lagers, those type of beers. Oh, they're all the same. These are three distinctly different tasting beers.
It's crazy how each one of them is very, very different when you're lining them up. If I was just pounding them, I'd be like, they're all the same. Give me a crispy beer. They are very, very different beers. And it's a beautiful variety pack so
Dude,
far.
if I roll into a pool party and I open the cooler and it's filled with variety packs of this, I am in heaven.
How about that? This is the perfect bring to a party variety pack.
Instant hero status.
My good, they're delicious beers. If you have people who appreciate a good beer.
But even if you have like non-craft people, they're gonna like
They
these
can drink
beers
them.
too.
Yeah. They'll shoot more towards the Pilsner.
Dude.
What do you think about it, Nate?
Yeah,
How are you on
Nate.
this one?
How do you feel about the Pilsner?
My prediction? It's good.
You stole my thunder. Yeah.
My
it's good.
prediction, thumbs up.
The only thing I wonder is comparing it back to the Kolsch again. Like maybe we should have swapped the two and had the Kolsch gone to the Pilsner and then to the Vienna, and seeing how, I feel like we kind of went up and now we're not like rating wise, but just like body.
Like the flavor roller coaster.
Right,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
I think you're doing yourself
awesome.
a disservice, my friend, because I feel like the Kolsch was the lightest of the beers and the lightest in body of the beers. And I feel like that was a great place to start.
It was also the most unique. I would have put it at number 1 or at number 4. Yeah, I would never put the Kolsch in the middle. It would be either first or last because of the difference in it.
I'm a huge fan of the Pilsner.
Yeah, it's really
a huge
nice.
fan of the Pilsner
Really nice.
style. That weekend we went up to the lake and we went to EQ and we hung out. My favorite beer the entire weekend was that slow pour Pilsner at EQ. That was freaking amazing.
If you haven't been to some breweries lately, let me put this pencil down so I'm not wagging it at you. If you haven't been to breweries lately, have been jumping on this. I don't know if it's a bandwagon. This fad of the side pull tap. Now the side pull tap is awesome, but you have to understand a side pull tap is like 7 minutes per pour. It's super heady. You pour a little, you walk away. You pour a little, you walk away. And every bartender warns you, it's going to be like 7 minutes. Are you going to be here that long? Yeah, I think we'll be here for 7 minutes. It's not, I don't think it's great for bartenders. It's a lot of work.
It's annoying.
Yeah. But does it change the flavor that much, a side pour tap?
Man, that was a great drinking experience.
Okay. Okay.
And the pro move here is to order a round and order the side pull. So you drink the first round while you're waiting for the side pull, and then it comes to you.
Okay, yeah, so you order 2. Give me that first.
Yeah.
And then by the time the side pour is done, I'll have it.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I'm listening. I'm just reading comments.
That's
too.
okay.
Yeah.
We good?
So, yeah, okay, there we go.
Mike said
Brett-
Scranton.
Yeah,
Mike
Mike
said
said, but
Scranton.
Brett says Saz has a slight metallic bite sometimes,
Oh.
which I'm not getting a metallic bite. Definitely not.
I have a little bit left.
Not
I'm
this
going to go
guy.
back in
Yeah.
and see.
We're gonna check again. All right. Maybe if I'm looking for it.
Yep, that's what I was just
If I'm
thinking.
looking for it.
I get a nice sweetness. I would describe the body on this beer as round. It's very well rounded. There's no sharp edges. It's very comfortable.
Not overly malty.
Nope.
Not too toasty.
Nope.
You both said cracker. I want that, but I'm not.
You're not
I don't
getting it?
Get it, and I'm not sure if I'm not quite judging the flavors right, but I don't get like I ate like when you say cracker, I'm thinking like I just ate a saltine.
Yep.
Not
Not salty, the cracker.
just the cracker. Bro.
Yep. And it's not like a Ritz or any kind of buttery or heavy
Right,
cracker
right.
like
Just
that.
get yourself a
it's that
no
basic
salt
white
saltine. Just
saltine.
dough.
Yeah.
That's it. Baked dough.
I'm gonna have to drink a few more of these and do some research.
So where did you procure this particular variety pack, my friend?
This was I believe what's the distributor right next to CJ's Dog Shack?
Oh, Talmenson.
Talmenson. Yep.
So it's local.
Oh yeah. yeah.
If you enjoy this style of beer, guys, I cannot give enough props to this variety pack.
It's cool. It's
I haven't had the fourth one yet, but the first 3 were magnificent.
yeah, it's a 12 pack. You get 3 of each flavor.
Oh, there's only 3 beers tonight?
3 of each flavor. It's a 12 pack.
Math.
Yeah.
Good thing I don't teach math.
Was that a hint that it's time for the 4th one?
Was it?
I think that was. Let's go deep into the cooler, and we're gonna pull out the green can from the pack. Close that cooler because it's all done. Tonight's last beer is going to be the Helles. Helles?
Hellas?
Helles.
Hellas. Hellas? Hellas!
It is technically pronounced hell and then us. So Hellas.
Hellas.
Is how you pronounce it. Yes. I always say hells. I just like to say hells better. Even if I'm wrong. I like hells better.
Does Nate have Hell's Bells queued up by AC/DC right now?
Do you like this beer? Hells yes! See, it just goes better.
YouTube won't let us do that.
Yeah, we're not allowed to put songs up.
Damn you, YouTube.
Yeah.
Foiled
Even
again.
even if you sing like 3 notes, it's gonna mute the whole thing on us.
Even if I sing it really poorly?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't.
Yeah, it won't. It'll cut us off. So
Speaking of singing
we don't
really
have the
poorly,
license.
I found out tonight Tom is anti-karaoke.
I'm not anti-karaoke. There's only one karaoke song I sing. I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
That's
I'll do it.
horrible to say there's only one and not share it with the people.
Well, then you're gonna have to show up at karaoke someday when
Oh, how about tomorrow? I'll be there.
I'm gonna be with Brody.
Is it the song that's on the album that's behind you?
It is not.
Okay.
It is not.
I won't be there because I know when to hold up.
I would not ever attempt to butcher Kenny. I would never. Kenny, I'm sorry. I would never do that to you.
Nate, I bet in the right circumstance, with the right application of various substances, we could get this guy to attempt.
I would sing Kenny in a private home, not around other people.
Ooh, new contest! Get Tom to sing the Gambler
I've
at your
done
house.
it many times, but
Sounds like we need to bring the secret cam out again.
Yeah, oh, I hate the secret cam.
secret cam.
I'm not a fan of the secret cam.
All right, let's open the green Hellas can. Same sound.
Another nice cracky pop.
Very similar.
Another-
Okay. This is the Hellas, and they just call it a golden lager. So we're gonna see what our pour looks like. We're working with a nice dirty glass there, folks.
But even dirty, that glass
It's
looks
low
fabulous.
expectations. Look how good it looks.
Why don't you show people?
Oh, it's such a dirty girl.
Go ahead.
Look at the dirty glass.
Show
Ugh.
them the surprise at the bottom, Tom. Do it.
You want to show them?
Do it.
Oh, it's gonna reveal nicely as we go, and I'm gonna try. Are we solid focus here on this one, Nate?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna go too close. I'll just tilt it. So as you drink from the dumpster,
Who dat? New phone. Who dat?
It's somebody with a low expectations tramp stamp. Look at that. Ooh, it might get a little blurry. I don't want to.
Maybe at the Christmas party we'll reveal who modeled for that photo.
It could be one of us.
Ooh, maybe.
Okay, here we go. We're going to go with that pour. And I'm going to do the same pour I did before. A slight angle, but aggressive at the same time. Here we go. Seems to be the only... Oh, look at this. Very, very different reaction here. Lots more beer, less head, micro bubbles, very tiny. And the color is just darling. Look at that.
You got the
Beautiful.
carbonation tornado twister going
you see
on.
it? It's coming right out the crack. I'm not kidding.
Jimmy had a burrito last night.
There's your Hellas, Nathan.
Thank you.
All right. So the last beer of the night, the Hellas. Let's see what we've got here.
I went with a much more aggressive pour than you did, my friend. Huge pillowy head.
Again, I'm getting the same, like a very Krausen-y smell from that head, which makes me excited. I think it's going to be very good. The amount of carbonation I see coming from the bottom of the glass makes me think that this was pretty carbonated, but it doesn't have a huge head retention.
I got, unless my brain's playing tricks on me, I got a hint of sulfur in the nose when I first poured it. And not in a bad way. Wasn't a bad thing.
No, I did not.
I just smell aluminum.
Smells like a pull tab.
Has Nate been eating pain again?
Yeah, no. I mean, he probably ate a few paint chips in his day.
Yeah, Mom, are we all out of Lay's? Yeah.
We did grow up in an old house.
Get the Sherwin-Williams chips instead.
I'll be in the blue bedroom. That's my favorite flavor.
Ooh, is that young Nate's voice? Mother, may I have another paint chip?
Am I off here by saying that this is the lightest of the bunch? This is very light. This is the most refreshing, the lightest one I've had. They were all very good, but this one is like, whew.
I'll see your lightest and I'll raise you sweetest.
Yes, there is a sweetness to it. You are correct.
And it doesn't drop off. It doesn't fade. The sweetness rides the whole way through.
Yeah, it's riding along there.
I do feel like when it comes to Hellas, as we call it, this is kind of on the lighter side of a Hellas. I've definitely had stronger than this.
And I am not a Helles expert, so I defer to Nate on that one.
But it's still very good, very refreshing. I would drink this all day long.
This, to me, would be the absolute best hot summer day. Just cools you off by a good 15 degrees.
So they give you some nice information for those of you that do this on the side of the cans.
We can share it later.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I don't want to read that because it is very good information.
You don't want to give them
but
specific
it's gonna
measures? You don't want to give them the measures?
What are we talking about
ABV
here?
and IBUs?
Oh, you can totally do the IBUs. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about this info here.
No, I was not. Gonna do that.
Yeah. No, go ahead. There's great info on the cans. The cans are totally readable. They do a great job of making, putting some cool information on the cans.
So just to your point, we started the night with a Kolsch. 5.0, 28 IBUs. And I apologize. Would you care to explain to the folks at home? Not to put you on the spot. IBUs?
IBU stands for International Bittering Unit.
Yes.
It is
Controversial.
honestly an arbitrary number. It doesn't really mean anything, but basically in the end, it's a scale of how bitter does that taste is really what it is.
So, 28.
A 28 for the
Kolsch.
Kolsch, okay?
Then we moved on to the Vienna. The Vienna was the second one. 5.2%, 33 IBUs.
Okay.
From there, we went to the Pilsner, 5.4%, 42 IBUs.
Definitely. I agree. I agree with that. A higher bitterness to it.
Rounding out the night was the Helles, 4.9% ABV. The lowest, 20 IBUs.
Absolutely. 100%. There is almost zero bitterness to this.
What a wonderful little stroll we had through this variety pack tonight.
What a great variety pack. I want to go buy a bunch and just put them aside for any time. Lagers last a really long
That's
time.
the other beautiful thing about these styles of beers is you can stow them away.
Yeah.
You don't even need to refrigerate them. You can just toss them in the corner and then chill them down.
Don't get them hot or anything. Keep them cellared.
Yeah. Is that you? Is it me?
I don't know.
What are you?
I'm not sure who that
I
is.
don't know. Is it your tea or my tea?
Maybe she says she likes it because she gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
Could be. This could have been a gift.
You're getting special presents from people again?
Yeah. I was gonna wear my Narragansett Lager shirt.
You have a Narragansett Lager shirt?
Yeah, but I didn't want to make Von Trapp jealous. I didn't want to make all those cans
I mean,
jealous.
Von Trapp, you can send us some swag. We'll wear it.
Yeah, Von Trapp send us some stuff. We could use a few nights in your lodge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Is there, by any chance, we don't have the feed up tonight. Nate, did you show the winter lodge picture? Oh,
I did, yes, but I will bring it back up
goodness.
again.
Did
If you showed it, the people saw it. That's good.
Yeah.
Did you share the staircase?
The
Okay.
interior?
I did my best to get a usable staircase picture. So
You hated my staircase picture.
I don't want to have this conversation in front of everyone here, B. But when you see a picture, you grab the thumbnail that's like a 20 by 30 resolution. We can't put that up.
He is such a geek.
No.
Oh, my God.
No, it's Nathan's rule too. Nathan, how bad would it look? It would be like a Nintendo game.
So these two went to high school together. They always gang up on me
It would be-
single time.
But I found the best versions I could of high res. I found all of the pictures you had, but not thumbnails.
So,
but actual
okay.
photos.
The inside staircase in this freaking place is amazing.
Now, did you see a further shot of it?
Nope.
Okay, so a wider shot, the staircase is even more mind blowing, and underneath is like this incredible,
I don't have a staircase.
like a souvenir shop, I would say, like a gift shop.
Swag shop?
And the staircase is this. You had a little bit of it with the chandelier. This thing is huge, and it goes up to like a bigger balcony. The picture was amazing.
I feel like at that place, little birds would fly over. Two little birds would be holding a stein of beer and would fly it over to
Okay,
me.
animated little bluebirds. Have you ever seen the Dolly Parton's movie 9 to 5 back in the 80s?
Yes.
When they would imagine like the little blue cartoon birds like doing things on the screen.
I don't remember that, but okay.
Oh, God, that's exactly what I imagined too.
Like
little cartoon bluebirds, like
flying me a stein of beer over, and me just sitting back wearing some lederhosen and being very happy.
That place is beautiful.
I gotta get there in my life. I gotta get there.
It's really cool. Just 6-7 years ago, 8 years ago, whenever Nate went there and told us about it, his mind was blown by it. How incredible!
I mean, to get a permanent tattoo, that's
Okay.
amazing.
Took me a bit, but we finally got a picture of the staircase up.
Oh, did we get
yes,
one?
Yes, we got the staircase.
Is that amazing what you're looking at right now? Because I thought it was amazing.
Oh, Krista's been there too. Dub's been
didn't
there.
know that.
I had no idea. Wow. Awesome. It's an amazing looking place. We really got to get there.
We've been gushing a lot, but it's time to start doing a little bit of recap. And you have a game.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, we're out of beer and we have a game to play.
I have. No, some of these have beer.
Ooh, give me some bottles.
do you want?
Whatever you got. We'll start with the warmest. Give me the
Take the
Kolsch.
Vienna.
Sorry, I drank all mine.
Kolsch is pretty killed. There's a tiny little bit of Kolsch.
Okay, so folks, just a warning. I've never worked the game before, so I'm not sure.
Tables are completely turned tonight. Tom is working the game. You and I are playing the game.
I didn't even ask where I'm supposed to touch on this touchscreen.
Wait, we ready for the intro?
Yeah.
It's the intro for all our games.
It is? I didn't agree to that. Show me where I signed off on that.
I was listening to it tonight.
It's like someone is playing a kazoo underwater in a toilet. That's what that sounds like.
Thank you, Banky. While I was making the game, I was playing.
Were you listening to that? For motivation?
Just because it's wonderful.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so Nate, I just touched the screen on the black side here.
That's it, you're up.
Okay, so apparently this is going to come up here. What are we looking at right now, Nate?
You are looking at play along home trivia, and you have to tap for the question.
Is there a question?
Tap again.
Okay. I see where I have to tap now.
Tap that, Tom.
Okay.
Tap that, yo.
Now, I'm sorry B can't read these, so I'll be your narrator for the game here. The first question for you is, as opposed to ales, lagers are made with blank yeasts. What kind of yeasts are lagers made with? Different from ales. Your options are, I'm going to get close and read this. Top fermenting yeast. They like to ferment their tops first. Slower fermenting yeasts. Lagers ferment with a slower fermenting yeast. A bottom fermenting yeast. Or crispy fermenting yeast. Take a moment. Think about your answer.
What were my choices again?
You've got top fermenting, slower fermenting, bottom fermenting, or crispy fermenting. And this is basically the main difference between ales and lagers. This is the number one. There's two different kinds of yeast, and there's this yeast or that yeast.
Thanks.
Yep.
I have a guess.
Okay, do it. If you play along, let's go.
I'm going to guess B, slower fermenting.
That was my
The
guess as
reasons
well.
that there's not so
slower
many
fermenting?
made.
Slower fermenting.
Very
That is
good.
my guess.
And here we go with the answer. Watch for it, folks. I hope I did the animations right here. Let's see. Did it work?
Oh, bottom.
So you saw that?
Bottom
Yeah, it was
fermenting yeast?
Bottom
quick. It was quick,
fermenting.
but
okay.
yeah, bottom.
Yes, the answer is bottom fermenting yeast. So if you think of a fermenter itself, the yeast within a lager yeast, it ferments down at the bottom of that fermenter, where you get most of your fermentation at the top with ales.
Oh.
However, I threw in that slower to mess you guys up
It
because ales need more time. And lagers need more time, and they also need a very still, cool environment.
Because I keep remembering these cool ship lagers where it's spread out over a wide, flat surface area. And I know I have a couple brewer friends who own breweries, and while they like lagers, it takes up a lot of space and a lot of time. So that's why I want slow.
That's good.
So a
We
fun
had
fact.
2 correct answers at home, by the way.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
A fun
David.
fact for everybody here: the craft beer movement from the beginning of this huge craft beer movement for the last, I don't know, what was it been, 20 years. Ales were absolutely the most dominant beer, 100%, because ales are faster fermenting. You don't need the space and the cool area that lager yeast needs.
Are you good?
I'm in pretty good shape. I have this Vienna here. I'm gonna pour a little Vienna.
I'm gonna drink the
All
rest of
right.
this
So I
sauce.
hope you enjoyed that first question in the tidbits. With
0
it.
for 1, Nate. We're 0 for 1, buddy.
All right. Now I think that was the hardest one of the night. If you think back to your tasting notes, I think the rest of the night's gonna be a breeze for you.
I hate when I fall for Tom's trap answers. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, I did. That was a real
Trap?
one. I
Trap
did that
answers?
That was a Von Trap. All right, I'm gonna be very careful with my taps here. Hopefully, I get
Tippy tap.
just all blanks. Are we good? All blanks? Okay. Now I think I know what I'm doing here. The next question, question number 2, play along trivia, lager edition. The larger lager producers in the United States account for what percentage of the U.S. beer marketplace? So there's a percentage from the trivia that I got. The larger beer producers, let's say Budweiser, Michelob, they're all lagers. What percentage of the market do they account for?
Oh wow, the macros are okay.
Yes,
All
okay.
right.
So we're going big beer versus craft beer. What percentage is big beer lager?
Versus craft beer lager. Okay.
So your number is big beer lager. Here we go. It could be that percentage that I can't read, 54%. It could be 66%. It could be 72% of the market. Or it could be 87% of the market. What percent of the market does big lager take up?
Letting the
We're
kids
gonna give. Oh, absolutely. We gotta give a little pause here. Give people time to think. Time to Google and prove me wrong. I'm not sure. Hey, folks, when you put B or C, like when you just put a letter, I don't know what question or answer. So put the answer.
Why don't you run through all 4 again, real quick?
Your possible answers: the percentage of big beer, the percentage of the U.S. market that big beer lager takes up: 54%, 66%, 72%, or 87%.
And I know I'm a little slow in the uptake, but I just want to kind of make sure I'm on the right track. You're taking a look at the lager market, and you're saying macro owns this percent of the lager market. Okay.
I'll be even more specific. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little word here. Budweiser, Coors Light, Corona, and Michelob Ultra, for example, are all lagers.
Nate, I don't know about you, but I feel like this is a trap. But I'm going for it with my gut, which was it 82%? Was that
87?
I'm going with 87, Nate.
87.
I'm with you.
right.
It's got to be a huge percentage, right?
Yep.
Bingo, folks. It is 87%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I tap that right?
Did I tap that
Okay.
right?
I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
not.
yeah.
I'm not seeing the answer animation,
And
so I'm just making sure.
Maddie K was the only one that got that at
Nice.
home there.
Yeah. Is that not mind blowing?
No, it's
I
not.
had to put that in there.
No, it's not. I totally understand that.
87% of that market is big beer lager.
And I wonder if the remaining 13% includes Yingling, and if it does, I bet Yingling is like 80% of that other 13%.
Well, didn't
while.
Yingling? Yeah, didn't they reclassify themselves somehow? As,
Wait a second.
As a craft brewery at some
and
point?
is
And
Sam Adams part of that too?
They got to be, I would think. Yeah.
So I bet of that remaining 13%, Sam Adams and Yingling are like 90% of that
Crazy
last
town.
13%.
Just crazy.
Agreed.
I can't believe the volume of lager. That's incredible. So that was just a fun one. Now we're getting into the tasting notes here, okay? So your next question is: the Czech Republic popularized this style, which gets its slight spicy note from hops. It's funny, you mentioned earlier there are very regional different lager styles. So, which lager style comes from the Czech Republic?
Okay. Is this a fill in the blank or a multiple choice?
Oh, I should probably give answers, huh? I'm sorry.
He's not very good at this.
So from here on out, it's all the same 4 answers. Okay. So you've got Vienna lager.
Yes.
You've got Pilsner lager.
Yes.
You've got Helles lager.
Yes.
And the Kolsch lager.
Okay.
Ale. Okay.
So your choices are those 4 for which originated in the Czech
The
Republic.
Czech Republic is the one that popularized this one.
Not gonna lie, I feel pretty confident about my answer here.
I hope so.
And if I get it wrong,
I think
Holy moly.
I think you gave me this fact at some point in our relationship.
and I bet I'm gonna point to where I gave it to you because I think
Okay.
I know where I gave it
All
to.
right.
And in fact, I want to let Nate go first here. Nate, am I putting you on the spot? Good. I'm glad
Thanks. So it's Pilsner. It's got to be Pilsner, right? Czech Pilsner.
I would say you are correct, sir.
That is correct.
So there is the granddaddy of this style called Pilsner Urquell. Urquell.
Pilsner Urquell is absolutely the region's most famous export.
And this came up in our discussion about our craft gateway beers. This was my mixed case that I first got that I thought I was so cool because it had Peroni from Italy, Urquell from the Czech Republic, and some type of Polish beer. I forget what the Polish beer was. And I used to buy this case and I'd be like,
I'm so crafty.
oh, look, what are you drinking? Your Land Shark? Look what I got.
Yeah. So, yeah, very good. Very good.
Nice job, Nate.
That's what I was hoping you guys.
Yeah.
I was hoping they weren't too hard. They were more fun. And I didn't want to go like, super ridiculously hard, no fun.
Like my games used to be.
No.
We got a lot of correct answers at
We
home.
did. We got a lot of correct answers.
Good job, people
Well
at
done,
home. Good
folks.
job.
Thank you so much, really, for playing along. Like, this is great. This is a fun one. I like this. Okay.
We got this. We got this.
So we're going to go with another question. So the next question is, this lager is made with toasted malts that give it an amber color. Its clean flavor showcases that malt character.
I think I got this.
Right? See,
I think I got this. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got
So
it.
give people a minute. If they were listening to our tasting notes,
But
it's there.
as Maddie K. Lasers pointed out, it's low expectations. Why listen?
We put it on mute and just watch you make funny faces.
Yeah. I'm just here for the screenshots.
I actually I mute you a lot. Oh, give you answers? They're all the same. Sorry guys. It's Vienna, Pilsner, Helles, or Kolsch. I told you they're all the same.
Tom is the Pat Sajak of this show. He's got no Vanna doing anything.
Damn it, I need a Vanna.
Nate, you're up, man. You're on the spot again.
Oh boy.
Was that not the Vienna?
Once again, you and I, my friend, are on the same page. I also believe it's the Vienna.
So you're saying that a Vienna lager has toastier malt, more malt forward, and you
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
are correct. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. And these are classic descriptions of the different lagers. And it is amazing that Von Trapp so far has just nailed every one of these.
Boom.
Right?
How do you
Without a doubt.
How do you feel about black lagers?
I do not like smoke in my beer. I don't like heavily peated wee heavies. I do not like anything heavy peated, like such as a heavy peated scotch. I am not a fan of smoked lagers. Black lagers are usually like a heavily smoked malt.
Not always though. So Dunkels are, which I named my dog after, are really good dark German beers that don't have that smoky flavor.
But is a Dunkel considered a black lager?
It's a dark lager, so maybe not a black.
Because I do
lager, but-
appreciate a
yeah.
Dunkel. I love honestly the thin body of a Dunkel. I really like.
I appreciate the slightly more robust Rubenesque Dunkels myself.
Ooh, a Rubenesque Dunkel.
I've got room for all types of Dunkels in my closet.
A Rubenesque Dunkel. Okay, very good. Let's just go to the next question.
Yes, I enjoy when I make the rest of the room awkwardly pause and feel uncomfortable.
Your next
Mission
question,
accomplished.
ladies and gentlemen, is this is actually an ale fermented at lager temperatures. It usually has a crisp, yet fruity flavor. The options are the same as they have been the whole entire time. You've got Vienna Lager, Pilsner, Helles, or Kolsch.
Can you read that description one more time, please? The question?
This is actually an ale fermented at lager temperatures. It usually has a crisp, yet fruity flavor. Or flavors.
That's an easy answer. So I'll just wait.
Let's give the folks at home a time to answer. Go ahead and think, folks. Google away.
Your voice is creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
That one just, I felt like I had to read it that
You
way.
sound like you're like some type of effeminate version of Hal.
I'm sorry, I can't let you have another lager.
We're about to lose containment. You may want to put on a spacesuit, but I poked a hole in it. And by poking a hole, I mean by your hair. All right, Nate, you're up.
I like hearing the sound effects over there.
So it's got to be the Kolsch, right?
It's a Kolsch.
It's the Kolschki.
It's a
Can I
Kolschki.
please have a Kolschki style beer? Yes, that definitely is the Kolsch. Yep. And if you've been playing along, I didn't
Process
realize-
of elimination!
The next question is a malt forward lager with crisp, cracker like notes. Very good, both of you. Very good on that. I give you props. It's not sweet, and it has a low hop bitterness on the finish. And we have Vienna, Pilsner, Helles, and Kolsch as your options.
You didn't even come up with different answers. You use the same four answers every time.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was super excited to ask 4 questions about the 4 styles of beer that I didn't even consider the fact that you'd just be able to whittle it down and know the answer. I didn't even consider it. I was just really excited.
This
to have
is why
4.
he got fired as a test maker for the SATs. He used the same questions every time.
Dude, I used to do that with tests with my students, man. I'd be like, I'd make a test about, hey, Mr. Gosh, did you know that, like, the first 3 were hard, but the rest were really easy?
Like 7 through 12 are the same question, and then on
What are you talking
13
about?
you asked me about 7.
Like, what are you talking about, kids?
You know what? Even though I have low expectations of you folks at home, I'm not giving you any time. Nate, what do we got?
Mead.
Mead. Maddie K. Later says, we didn't ask you your blood type.
Yeah, big surprise, folks.
Hello.
The answer is Helles. Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
very nice.
I was super excited. I can't believe that I made it so easy towards the end there.
Tonight was fun. I've been looking forward to this episode all summer long. We had this variety pack in place. We're all like enchanted by the Von Trapp Brewery and the story and what it looks like. And we all kind of are down with this style or these styles of beer. So it was like the perfect synergy of all 3 things coming together. Like just a fabulous night of drinking.
Do I have to tap this again?
Tap that again!
So let us know if you enjoyed like the little trivia game, if you liked playing along instead of just me quizzing B or B quizzing me.
Yeah.
If you liked this play along thing, we'll do it more. Like it just came to me while we're doing it. I was like, we can make this like a play along and see if, and I was like, well, at least one person will watch.
I bet we can make it even more interactive.
Yeah, I could make it better. Absolutely.
All right, we are gonna commit
We
to
can-
not writing this down, but talking about making it better.
Yeah, we could do live quiz though. Yeah. Oh, we could totally do it. Yeah. And just let people tune in and play along. It'll be a very fun time.
Can we host it
But-
while we do it?
Yes. Yeah, it would be right here. It would be on the screen and we would just host
all right,
it from another
all right.
computer.
I'm down
Yeah,
for that.
uh-huh.
I'm down for
So
that.
if you liked it, if it was fun for you, and if it makes the experience better, then I mean we're all for it. It was super fun.
So
I feel like we've been talking and hanging out with all these guys.
I feel like it's time to tap out, but before we do, I have questions.
Michael.
Okay.
Not trap out, tap out.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night.
I feel like I have to do this. I have to do this.
I'm wearing lederhosen.
In October,
yes,
we're drinking pumpkin beers and eating barbecue.
Oh, we are. I'm going to do my best. I have to talk to him because honestly, we just made that up right now.
Yes.
So I have to talk to him. I visited him last week.
Yes.
And we had a hard night. The basement flooded. The studio flooded. Everything was rough.
Did you eat barbecue?
That was it. We were all right. It's noon. There's no electricity. Let's go eat some barbecue. And it was wonderful. It was great. Andy, the owner, sat down and we talked to him for a little bit, and he made the most amazing fries. Dude, this huge pile of fries with pulled pork and honey mustard on top, like honey mustard barbecue sauce. And then here's the weird thing, huge pile of coleslaw on top of it all. And I was like, I don't know if I want that coleslaw, Andy. It came out. By the time I was halfway done those fries, I was going to go in and ask for more coleslaw.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
It's amazing that you brought this up. I went to a little bottle share this weekend, and there was a heated argument at the table. Like, it left the discussion level and entered the argument level. How do you feel about... I feel like I already know how you guys are going to answer this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Because our relationship is you two against me constantly. That's our relationship. But I'm going to ask the question anyway.
It's just because you're always wrong. But anyway.
How do you feel...
Team Tom.
Who gave this guy a microphone?
I like it when he has a mic.
I'm in.
I feel like I'm an inch taller.
Sandwich.
Sure doesn't help you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
French fries on the sandwich.
Totally depends on the sandwich. If it's a beautiful smoked turkey with tomato and a touch of pesto.
No. You're going into too much detail. I'm asking you to paint with a broad brush.
French fries on a sandwich.
Are you anti or pro?
I've got to say I'm 50-50. There are too many sandwich options, man. Cheesesteak, throw some French fries on that pepper.
Nate?
I like to keep my French fries off to the side and enjoy them separately from my sandwich.
What about like the Pittsburgh people?
We had two people at the table this weekend who would not even contemplate the concept of putting French fries on the sandwich. They said it's an aberration and abomination.
I'm thinking of like a hot roast beef. Throw some French fries on there.
Mike was there. Mike was at the
A
table.
hot roast beef with some French fries sounds like a great idea. I've never really considered it, but it sounds amazing.
It was Primonte Brothers out in Pittsburgh.
They put French fries on everything. So I was leaning towards Pittsburgh because in Pittsburgh, you can order a salad. A salad made with lettuce. It's a bowl of lettuce and tomatoes and dressing, and they put French fries in it. They're not right out there. They're not right.
I have no problem with French fries on my sandwich. I'm down.
I'm in, but I don't want it on certain sandwiches. Peanut butter and jelly? No, thank you.
And then the argument. Did you say peanut butter and jelly?
You said sandwich. I said I'm 50-50. There are 50% of the sandwiches in the world that I cannot put
no
French
one's
fries on.
putting French fries on that. We're talking like
You said
meaty,
broad brush.
juicy sandwiches.
Well then, yes, meaty juicy. I'm in. Meaty juicy with French fries. I'm in. But
And
you
then-
did not clarify.
And then
that.
the argument digressed. Well, because I wanted to paint with a broad brush. And then the argument devolved into like, are you anti-poutine? Are you pro-poutine? Because poutine is layers, and that's basically what the sandwich is, except minus the bread. You don't like poutine?
I've only had one poutine I've ever liked.
Google what?
I had this amazing. I was out in Colorado. I had this incredible bone marrow poutine that blew my mind. But every other poutine I've had, and I think maybe I was ruined by that one. Every other one I've had is French fries with gravy.
Tin Barn did a very nice poutine.
Oh, nice.
Yes. All right. We can we can dial it back. So I want to do. I'm totally stoked about. We're gonna come up with a funny name, and we'll totally get the gang together. We'll head to the barbecue joint if you can make it work, and drink pumpkins and barbecue all night long. That'll be great. What else do we have coming up? I'm karaokeing tomorrow night. Tom won't because he's anti-karaoke. I love karaoke.
It's 9:30 and I have a kid. It could be that too.
I much prefer to paint you as the bad guy.
Okay, go ahead. I'm terrible.
And I'm looking forward to a great weekend. And I'm really looking forward to. I'm a summer guy at heart. There is a very short window in the fall that I absolutely love when the days are warm and the nights are cooler and you can kind of go outside, stand by the fire pit, not be uncomfortably freezing cold, and have some beers. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're in
too.
fake fall right now in Pennsylvania.
Faux fall?
I call it faux fall.
Faux
Yeah,
fall?
fake fall. So it's after fake fall is gonna be surprise. It's effing summer again. And then after 2 weeks of that, then it's gonna go into. Well, I can get into that later. But
Indian
there's
summer, Tom. It's Indian summer.
well, then real fall happens, and you get that for like a week. Then it's like, hey, 4 feet of snow, 0 degrees. But anyway,
Listen, you folks, welcome back. We're sorry we were away so long. We missed this. Yes, David Archer, chips on a hoagie. I'm a huge fan. Is that what you were doing? Is that why you were making all these?
look at all these people that joined us tonight. Like, my goodness, I've missed you so much. I didn't realize how much I missed these great people talking to us. And
It's really Tom's fault that we haven't
Thank
done this
you.
in a while, but we're happy to be back.
thank you. This is super cool. I was really worried. I was like, no one's ever going to come back. We lost them. It was just a couple weeks and they're gone forever. Thank you so much. I hope you had a good time. And we're going to keep doing this because, man, that was awesome tonight. Peanut butter jelly and french fries. Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I want to throw a poll up in the group because I literally have a backlog of 7 invites to different places that want us to come out and do live shows.
We have so much coming
so many
up,
field
yeah.
trip options. So I feel like field trips only work if we have a crew there because I love having the crew there with us. So go ahead.
Ooh, before I forget,
Go.
next Friday,
What?
when we were in Richmond, Virginia, we saw an amazing jam band.
yeah.
Won't call them a dead cover band, not a Fish cover band. They had incredible originals. They were super cool guys. 3 people just blew us away with their sound. Next Friday, the 17th, September 17th, they're going to be in New Hope. I am not going to miss this for the world. I will absolutely be there no matter what. Next Friday in New Hope, Bended Light. They are super awesome.
Where are they playing?
I'll tell you next week. Look up Bended Light. I think it's a place called Joe's, but don't hold me to it. Bended Light is the band. They were amazingly fun. It was a wonderful jam band. If you like that type of music, please come because they were so great. It was an incredible experience. And meeting the 3 of them afterwards and talking with them, they were such cool people. Please come out and support them because they are absolutely worth it. I don't know any of them personally, but they're just they're a great band. Very fun.
My piggyback on this is we've had a couple different in-person opportunities, field trips. We've gone to Brown Guys. We've gone to Levante. We've gone to Imprint. Honestly, that's the thing that I enjoy the most about this whole experience.
You forgot Well Crafted.
Wasn't really a field trip that night.
Okay.
There was only like a few. Oh no, I love Well Crafted. In fact, before the show tonight, we were just talking about finding a way to get back there.
Yeah,
but like,
we were.
I love getting everybody together.
Yeah,
that's
super
me.
fun. Yeah, you
I
like the big
love
party.
getting people together to hang out and have a good time. So, anytime that we host something, if you guys can make it, we love hanging out with you guys. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun.
September 17th, Bended Light, New Hope. Come hang out. We will have a great
Oh,
time. The beer list isn't terrible. There's
no,
some food.
it's okay. There's no karaoke. That's
But
tomorrow.
I mean, if you enjoy a jam band, you might not need beer.
All right, let's sign off. We've kept these people.
Yeah, we
alive.
have. We keep getting. There we go. We're gonna leave. No, we're not. We're gonna leave. No, we're not. All
Episode 32. Don't open it. It's a trap.
right. Put it in the can.
All the beers were fantastic. We had a great
really
time.
were.
Nate, well done for curating tonight's episode. Tom, well done for procuring it. And we just want to say, welcome back. We'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was fun. Good night.